Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. The anti-corruption war of the Buhari government gets us talking, especially a reconsideration of Mr. Ibrahim Magu as the EFCC chairman. Once rejected, now represented. Will he be able to skate through the hurdle of Senate confirmation for that office? Let's get to some information coming from the National Assembly. We do understand right now that the Senate will focus on the 2017 budget this week. The Senate plans to begin debate on the 2017 appropriations bill submitted by the President Muhammadu Buhari in December of 2016. The 2017 budget, the President termed or tagged the budget of recovery and growth, is over 7 trillion naira budget. Well, let's move on quickly on to the issues that we are discussing right now. When we wonder where the confusion or why the confusion in the first place on the security report on perhaps a very senior police officer in the land coming from the executive arm of government, do you perceive, Chief Nwanyanwu, any form of internal crisis within the Buhari government?
Well, whether you have internal crisis or not, that has nothing to do with the nomination of the President, Commander-in-Chief, of somebody he didn't fit to execute the anti-corruption war. It is possible, considering the period, the delay in bringing him to plenary. The most painful aspect is that Magu was not brought before plenary and was not confronted with the report, the security report. He was not heard. Nobody asked him for explanation. Nobody asked him for anything. He was just told, no, we will not screen you because that was a security report. That report is akin or can be said to be the same with what FBI did to Hillary Clinton. That is exactly what that report did to Ibrahim Magu. And it is clear now that the president, in his own wisdom, has looked at all the information available to him. If President Buhari had seen that Ibrahim Magu had helped himself or culpable in any manner, I can bet you President Muhammad Buhari wouldn't have sent him. Because this is the mantra of his campaign that made him president.
Do you see Mr. Magu scaling through this hurdle this very time? Do you see him being rejected again by the Senate when it comes for the screening this time around?
It will be very unpatriotic not to clear Ibrahim Magu this time around. Even playing the devil's advocate, no matter how many times they reject his nomination, the president, if he's convinced that Magu should do the job, should also send his name as many times as they rejected it. I want to say clearly that it is not personal. Ibrahim Magu is not standing on anybody's way. We are fighting corruption. Stop helping your hands with public funds. Don't just join the fray that he should be removed. Have you investigated any of these allegations? I have done so, and that is why I'm speaking on television, because I now have evidence, documentary evidence, verifiable, that Ibrahim Magu is not corrupt, and the Senate should confirm him. Okay,
let's move quickly to yet another issue that is on the front burner, particularly a very political issue for that matter. It's unfortunate. We do hope that we were going to be able to connect with the Senate spokesperson, Senator Shabi Abdullahi, whom we've been trying to reach on the telephone to give us perspectives on the latest on Mr. Magu's letter of confirmation from the presidency. Well, let's move into the issues and the gale of defections that we're seeing in Nigeria's politics. A former Senate president and a retired chieftain of the PDP. Well, that is what he said, because he said that he was going to step aside and resign from active politics. That's when he left the PDP last year. Senator Ken Nnamani says he's now moved to the APC. Senator Nnamani over the weekend says he has registered with the ruling party, APC, We've seen in the past days several defections, especially from the PDP to the ruling APC. One will ask the question, why? Well, let me allow you to also listen to the governor of Imo State, Rochas Okorocha, who is hoping there will be more Igbos coming into the ruling APC. Take a listen to him now.
Party speaking, we have commenced registration in all the world, and Imo targets to register not less than 1 million people or persons in Imo State as members of APC. So, SDC members are charged with the responsibilities as leaders in the approach to encourage people to go out en masse and register for APC, because APC remains our only party.
Are we seeing a situation of a two-party state where the INEC says that it has received over 40 applications for political association to be registered as political parties in Nigeria? Chief Nwanyanwu, you have been a national chairman of a political party, so you know what the factions are. Looking at the caliber of Senator Kenny Namani, we've seen another senator from Ondo State in the National Assembly, and that's not the only one. We see Senator Joshua Dariye from Plateau State, a former governor in that matter. The caliber of these people leaving the PDP for the APC. What do you make of these recent defections to the APC?
Well, I must say that Senator Kenny Namani is a highly respectable patriot, a Nigerian, a man of very high integrity, a man you cannot question his position on issues. He left PDP after a while, and he decided to join the ruling party. I want to say he doesn't fall in the group of those I would say are only thinking of what next, about their next ticket, or those who are not in the position to endure hunger. It is very unfortunate. We now have more PDP members in APC than the original APC. So it will be right to suggest to PDP that they should merge with APC. PDP should now merge with APC so that we know we have that party. So that those of us who have been in opposition since 1999 can carve another opposition party that will be strong to challenge all the excesses and some of the wrongdoings of the ruling party. On a very serious note, it goes to show that politicians are bread and butter politicians, most of them. They have no ideology, they don't believe in anything. And if you ask them the manifesto, some of them, without reference to Senator Kenny Namani, most of them who have defected in the past 3-6 months, if you ask them the manifesto of APC, they do not know. They have only struck a deal, probably with a promise that they will have their ticket, they will be this, they will be that. And some of them have cases pending in the EFCC. This will also lead me to Magu, because Magu intends to revisit all those issues. Anybody that has a file in the FCC, he will look at it. So for those that have joined the APC and with the allegation against this government that the fight against corruption is one-sided, which I agree that there are certain persons that are not touched, they should now start with those that have left PDP into the APC by bringing up their file to start.
Okay, man, we must leave it at that, Chief Nwanyanwu, former national chairman of the Labour Party. Many thanks for your thoughts there. It brings to the issue of party philosophy and the kind of politicians we have in Nigeria. But that's how far we can go right here on the program tonight. Many thanks for being such a great company. On behalf of the team on China's television headquarters in Lagos, I'm Sean Okimaloye. Bye for now.